Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Fred and Moliere, and we're here to demonstrate all of the obedience commands that he's learned while he's been here at school. The first thing that we're going to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. And Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, which he keeps the bulk folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the little correction that we give, which is a little tug and let go on his training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Now, part of Moliere's training here at school was confidence building, and obedience training does help them gain confidence and, self-control, all of those things. And he's done a really good job, but he wasn't easy. He's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Now, heeling is proper walking on a leash. And when you live in the city, this is one of the most important commands that we can teach. And each time that Fred stops his feet, Moliere has been taught to sit automatically and wait for his next command. So when you're walking your dog in the city and you stop to interact with someone on the street or stop to cross traffic, he sits automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It is a one-word firm command to stay. And you can practice this exercise indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start with about 30 seconds and work from there up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he should remain seated until Fred returns all the way back to his shoulders. And each time that you get back to your dog's shoulders, they expect to get another command or be told what's expected. And Fred takes off heeling with him again. Nice automatic sit. Very nicely done. Fred leaves him in a stay. And this time, now that time he got up, so Fred's going to heel him out of it and get him back. He's anticipating commands, which sometimes happens. And with a 5-year-old dachshund, this is good obedience, because these are not obedience dogs. This time, instead of returning, Fred's going to call him, and he should come in front of Fred and sit facing Fred's knees. Very good. And then he goes all the way back around to heel position, back sitting. In this particular case, he's laying down. But he's doing a real good job. And because we're doing confidence building, we don't want to overcorrect him. He's trying very hard. Fred's going to leave him in another sit-stay. Demonstrate the recall again. Moliere, come. And then he returns back around to heel position and back sitting. Very good job. Very good job. Now the next exercises that we're going to demonstrate for you are the down commands. And anytime that you're training a dog that has very short legs, all of these commands are more difficult because they have such a low center of gravity. This time Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down, and then he leaves him in a stay. Your long down stay again can be practiced right in your home. You don't have to go outside to use these commands, and they should be practiced. Now Fred anticipated that he was going to get up, and he just said no, and the dog stayed where he was. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him again, as he did, for an additional distraction. And we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. Got a little spring in this step there. It hasn't been all bad. Always have him sitting before you attempt to put him into a down. And this time, instead of returning to him, Fred calls him out of that, has him sit, praises him, has him return back to heel. Coming to you should always be fun, and there should always be a reward. And that's the little pat for praise that we give him. Now the next exercise that Moliere is just learning is his down from a distance. Fred's going to leave him in a sit-stay. He's going to walk away from him, and he's going to use his right hand to give the command. Perfect. He just learned that yesterday. Very nicely done. Now we've demonstrated for you your heeling, your automatic sits, your stays, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we're going to have you practice with him at home. We will answer any questions that you have about him when you come to do your lesson. We've enjoyed having him. He's been a little bit of a challenge, but he's a good boy and he tried real hard. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.